Years ago,
This man!
I was invited to Colorado in America in January. I don't like cold weather at all. So I said to my father, I'm going to Colorado. While I am there, suspend winter. Throughout the days I was there, people were wearing t-shirts. In January, he pushed away the winter, brought in summer. I boarded the plane.
Continue.
At 5 p.m. to travel back to Nigeria. 2 hours after I left, all the snow that had been hanging in the air began to fall.
This very testimony that you heard from Adeboye trended online a few months ago. A lot of people complained about the integrity of the testimony. Personally, I have no issue with the testimony. The only issue that I have is the person that is giving the testimony. There is nothing God cannot do in terms of performing miracles. The testimony in question which he gave is nothing compared to the ones that was written in the Bible that Jesus Christ performed. There has been a lot of speculations concerning the genuinity of the person of Adeboye. A few years ago, there is this video that trended online concerning Adeboye. In that video, Adeboye asked his members to focus on the magic wand which he was holding in his hand to pray.
I'm going to lift it up for more than 2 minutes. Focus on it and pray your prayer thus. You're going to say, Father, let your wind blow on me tonight. Where there was darkness in my life, let there be light and reverse the irreversible. Go ahead.
There is also another video where Pastor Adeboye was found with people from other faiths. In that video, he was actually dining with people from other faiths. I mean, people that are not Christians. That was the 70th birthday, or should I say 70th anniversary of Pastor Adeboye, which was held in London, and he invited people from other faiths. When I say people from other faiths, I mean people who are not worshiping Jesus but are serving other things as their God. So in that meeting, Pastor Adeboye made a terrifying statement about the mission which God has given to him, and it has to do with bringing other faiths together, which is pointing at New World Order.
We've arranged it so that I can be 70 more than once. So if you get another invitation next year to come to my 70th birthday, it must be one of those things that my children have arranged. But seriously speaking, I told my children in Nigeria that I don't want a celebration. They said they wanted to celebrate, they wanted to go to town. I told them that my job isn't finished yet. And you shouldn't be celebrating when you still have a long way to go. I have a rough idea what God sent me into this world to do. And I've not even started. We're just beginning to scratch the surface. Yes, He wants me to be an instrument in His hand that will bring the representative of God to every nation in the world. He wants me to work so hard that by His grace there will be in every family in the world, at least a member of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. But I believe that that's just a small part of my assignment. I believe a bigger part of the assignment is beginning to surface. And that's why you can see here today several people of different faith gathering together. Because I believe God wants to use me to bring together religious leaders who will ultimately bring peace to this world. It is clear that politicians have failed to solve the problems of conflicts and violence all over the world. You kill a terrorist today, a dozen others are rising up to take his place. I believe that if we are going to have peace in this world, we're going to need religious leaders to come together and speak out against violence, speak out against those people who, under the guise of religion, are doing things that God will never approve of. So I'm delighted that by the grace of God, what the initiative we started at the United Nations some months ago is continuing tomorrow with a conference here. And you can see already some of my brothers here from other faiths. And we'll be gathering together again to think of what next are we going to do. I want to ask you, please, that on this occasion, you will join me in prayers that what the politicians have failed to do, God will use us religious leaders to achieve.
Did you notice the guilt on the face of his wife when he was making that statement? If you did not, please you can rewind it, but this time focus on his wife. You will notice the guilt on her face when he was making that statement. But I'm not judging them. I'm just only here to show you what is happening. Looking at his statement once again concerning his initiative with United Nations. So my question is it this United Nations that is being owned, formed, and also being governed presently by devil himself? Anyway, like I said before, I'm not here to judge them. I'm only showing you what is going on. So now let's look at Nigeria, the very country where Pastor Adeboye is coming from. Thousands of lives, especially farmers, are being wasted in Nigeria. Thousands every week. But Pastor Adeboye has not done anything about it. There is even a situation where this Boko Haram and the Fulani herdsmen went into a church, killed everybody that was there. After killing the church members, they wore the dress that belongs to the choir members of that church and they were dancing, making mockery of Christianity. But we have Pastor Adeboye that has the grace to make God to change the entire weather of a state in America. But people, local farmers are being murdered every day, every week in thousands by Boko Haram in Nigeria. But he has never done anything concerning that. Now this is the question that I am throwing at you that is watching this video now. And that question is, how can we live in a country where we have a population of Muslims and Christians? They are almost the same population of Muslims and Christians, and we are being ruled by Muslims for how many years now? But we have a God in heaven that doeth all things, that answereth all things, and we have somebody like Pastor Adeboye that has the grace to make God to change the entire weather of a state in America. But we are here in Nigeria being ruled and governed by Muslims. It looks as if Christians are powerless. Our God is powerless. Think about it, you that is watching this video. Now I want you to ask these following questions. Has God turned his back on us? Does it mean that there is something that his church is doing that God is not happy with? Why is it that every prayer that is being made in this country on Sundays and ordinary days that people do go to church to worship God, why is it that it has no effect in what is going on in Nigeria up till today? Nothing, no single thing has actually changed. Remember, during election that took place, this very election that took place a few months ago, it was how all these men of God came out and they prophesied about how Peter Obi was going to be the president of Nigeria, and all of their prophecies failed. It was as if every one of them was prophesying. Then now, it did not come out the way they prophesied it. Is it an example that God is using that to speak to us? Can't you see that something is wrong? What is going on in our churches? Remember, the Bible warned us in the end time how false prophets will deceive many. Anyway, like I said before, I'm not here to judge them, but I'm just here to show you what is actually taking place in our world today. Anyway, I will wrap it up here in this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please, if you like this kind of content, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thank you very much and God bless you.